Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do a get ready with me. I have some updates that I want to share with you in this video, some life updates. I thought best way to do it was sit down, do my makeup and talk to you. I've already done my brows off camera, but if you want to see how I did my makeup and some news in my life, then keep on watching. Start with my eyes first, obviously. So, oh my god, I have so much to talk about. I'm just gonna jump straight in it because I don't know how else to talk about it. But so my friend Snapchatted me the other day, or like a week ago, saying that she wanted to move back to England. We were both from England. When we came to Canada from England, we were both on the same flight. It was really weird, and we ended up being like best friends, and our mums became best friends and our dads are friends as well. So anyways, yeah, we've been here for I think 9 years in May. That's insane. Yeah, 9 years in May. And she just messaged me saying she wanted to move back to England, and that's so weird because I've been thinking about that for a long time too. Like when I went to England to visit my family last year, actually we went in May I think, or end of April, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to come home. Like I just love it there. I don't know, it's just because it's my home, I'm used to it I guess, and I just did not want to come back to Canada. Everyone says that Canada has so many opportunities and stuff like that, which like if you like winter sports, which one my friend said, if you like winter sports or stuff like that, then yeah, it has loads of opportunities, but honestly it doesn't. Like I'm just in Canada, I freaking work at A&W because I can't get a job in the career that I want, and I literally go to work, come home, watch YouTube, like, and like everything's just so far away, it's so hard to get to. It's not like you can hop on a train and go to freaking Calgary or something like that. Like you have to drive. And like I understand that it's bigger and cleaner, but like the opportunities, like I think they're the same, to be honest. Like, and I'd rather just get on a train in England and like go to Paris and France and Europe and stuff like that. Like I don't really see the amazing opportunities here. So anyway, my friend Snapchatted me that and I was like, oh my god, that's so weird. I've been thinking about it too. And then like, I don't know how it ended up, but like we were looking at flights on WestJet and we're like, okay, we just have to book it because if we book it, then we know it's going to be serious. So like my internet wasn't working, so I was like, okay, this is a sign. She's like, Lucy, don't say that. But anyways, we ended up booking the flight at like midnight, but we got it for really cheap. We got it for like $300. Usually it costs like $800 to $1,000 one way, which is absolutely freaking insane. So we ended up just booking one way, which, oh my god, I wanted to puke. Like I couldn't believe we did it. Like we actually booked the flight. So like I asked my cousin for some, like a job's good over there and stuff like that, and some help, telling her not to tell my mum and dad. But I mean, she didn't tell my mum and dad, she told my other family, which is alright I guess. But yeah, so we were like on the phone all night figuring this out, and I was so scared to tell my mum and dad because they're probably gonna be like, why do you want to do that, like you're in Canada and stuff like that. So we were shitting ourselves. So we ended up just hinting to our mums and dads, and to be honest, they didn't get it. They literally just laughed, as in like, because they probably didn't think we were going to do it. It's just like in our mind, because me and Meg say we're going to do stuff but we never do. We always talk about like living abroad somewhere or going on holiday, but we just never do. But like we actually booked the flight, so it's so scary. I mean, we can cancel it if we want, but like we don't want to, obviously. So then I kind of told my mum, and again her text was like, why do you want to do that? And I was like, oh fuck, here we go. But I just told her that like we want to travel like around Europe and go back to England, get a job. Like we're young, like we might as well do it when we have no commitments. So like she was fine with it, and I actually was so shocked. She literally said, oh okay, lovely, and that was it. And I was like, are you joking me? Like, but to be honest, I wasn't scared of telling my mum. Like, I was scared, but I was more scared of telling my dad. Like, I don't know why I'm scared of my dad, because like every time that I tell him, like every time I tell him something that I think I'm scared of, he's usually like totally fine with it, but I'm just so scared of that. Anyways, I didn't tell him for like a week, because we were gonna plan to tell them in like November, be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to England in like 2 months, bye. But I was like, oh fuck, I can't do that to him. So anyways, I like texted him saying, what do you think if me and Meg went to travel England or Europe for 6 months? And he didn't reply, and I was like, shit. Which he's shit at replying anyways, but I was like, fuck. Because he was texting my mum, so he were for sure awake. And I knew that he would have seen it. Like, I doubt he would have ignored it. But anyways, he texted me back when we were at the Canada games, and I was so scared, but he was like, oh, so I heard you and Meg are going to Europe for 6 months. And I was like, wait, how do you know? Like, I texted him that, but he already knew. And my mum's like, oh yeah, I already told him. And I was like, oh, what did he say? And she's like, nothing. And like, I'll read you the text. Like, I was actually so relieved and so happy at his response. Like, I was so scared, and to be honest, like, I know they can't tell me what to do, but I just want their like acceptance, you know what I mean? Like, I want them to be happy of me, and like that. So anyways, he put, it will be a good experience. Also, if you have any problems, you have family to help. You should do some Europe too. You need to do Dublin in Ireland and Edinburgh in Scotland. And I was like, oh my god. Like, first of all, he said that's fine, and second of all, he's like telling me like where to go, and I was like I was so shocked. I literally sat at the Canada games like smiling my head off, because I was just happy that he was like, yeah, go for it. Like, I was the most happiest person at that time, and like, it was just amazing. Like, I was so happy. So then I told him about like how we're gonna get a job and stuff like that. Like, we have stuff figured out. Like, we're gonna be responsible. We're not just gonna go there and be like, okay, that's it, you know what I mean? So he's like, he put, yeah, it will be good. You've got to do what you got to do when you were young. And I was like, oh my god, I freaking love you. Like, why was I scared of telling you again? Like, I don't know. Like, me and Meg literally were gonna have a party for a dog in October, because all our family would be there, and we were gonna tell them like at the same time. Oh god, I was actually like, that's the only thing I was nervous about, was telling my mum and dad. But now they know. I'm like, shit, there's so much stuff that we need to figure out, and it's so hard because like I don't know who to ask. Like, obviously I'm gonna ask my dad now because he knows, but when he didn't know, I was like oh my god, what are we gonna do? Because like, I've been googling up some information and stuff like that, and it's like, well, you need to have a bank account, but to have a bank account you need to have somewhere to live, like your name needs to be on a utility bill, but to rent you have to have a bank account. Like, oh my god, it's crazy. So me and my friend are actually still figuring that out, because we have no clue. But to be honest, I'm probably gonna end up asking my dad and be like, yo, help me. Like, I need your help, I need your advice. And we've also figured out like, if like we have like £600 per month, like between the both of us, to how much money we need for like bills and stuff. So like, we've figured that out. I'm officially a PR in Canada, so I figured it out that I can actually leave for 3 years and come back if I was in Canada for a certain amount of days, which I've been here for 9 years, so that's fine. And my friend's a citizenship, so she's allowed to leave and come back whenever she wants. That's fine. I literally just set up my passport now, because actually, well, I didn't lose it, but my passport was lost either way, so I have to get a brand new one. And oh my god, if you lose your passport, you have to go through so much steps, instead of like, just if it runs out, then you don't have to go through so many steps. And it's so expensive. It's like £105 because I have to get a British passport, because I'm only PR. Change that into dollars, $190 it came to. Then I have to get my passport pictures as well as sending that off. Like, oh my god, it's actually so expensive and I'm over it. But the passport will be good for 10 years, so I guess that's alright. But it's just so stressful. Like, I've been watching videos on YouTube of people doing it, and none of them, like, I don't know how to get in contact with, like, hey, can you help me? You know what I mean? Like, the only thing we're stressing out about is, like, somewhere to stay and a bank account. Like, I think for the first couple of days we're just going to stay in London, because we land in London, and we're just going to, like, get an Airbnb till we can, like, figure somewhere out to stay. And it's, like, pretty cheap ones, like $48 a night. Well, you divide that by 2, right? Like, the most expensive one came to, like, £100 for a week. Like, obviously we won't know how long, but, like, it's not too expensive, especially in London. But I don't think we want to live in London. It's way too expensive. We'll never be able to afford it. So I think we're trying in between each family. So Meg's family is from Leeds and mine's from Worcester. Completely opposite sides of the country. So in the middle, because we want a big city, so in the middle, kinda, it's more close to her, is either Manchester or Sheffield. Like, completely in the middle would be Nottingham, but we want to live in a big city, obviously. So we're thinking Manchester. Like, that's where we're looking at places to rent and stuff like that. And there's, like, some really pretty houses. But also, none of the estate agents are getting back to us because they probably don't think we're serious. And also, it's so far away that, like, it's probably someone probably would have took it by then, you know what I mean? Like, our flight is in January next year, but really close to January. It's like January 8th. So yeah, also jobs, like, I don't know when to apply. Like, right now it's way too early, obviously, so, like, I don't know when to apply. But so here in Canada I took HUC, which is hospital unit clerk, which you guys know. And I looked that up in England. It's called a ward clerk, and you actually don't need, like, any school in there. You just need your GCSEs, which is my high school diploma. So I'll bring that over, and I'll bring over that I completed a course in Bow Valley College, and hopefully I can get a job there, because then when I come back I'll have experience. Or if I don't come back, then I'll, like, have my dream job there. Like, I really want to work in a hospital there. It just seems so much different and so much fun. Like, I really want to. So, like, if I could get a job there, that would be, like, freaking amazing. Also, my friend in England is paramedic, so hopefully she can talk to some ward clerks and help me out. So, like, that would be absolute freaking amazing. I would die if I could get a ward clerk job. We had a freaking earthquake this morning, apparently. My mum's friend, which is Meg's mum, called at like 6, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm trying to sleep here, love. And she's like, yeah, the house is shaking, blah blah blah. I didn't feel anything at all. And I know someone that lives, like, across the road from me, and they felt it. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't feel fuck all apparently, but she was shitting herself, heart attack at like 6 in the morning. I'm like, okay, can I sleep please? But I really want to, like, feel an earthquake. Like, I really want to, but just not my time yet. When we have everything, like, figured out what we want to do, it's going to feel so real. Like, I think we're going to set up a bank account here, because there's a HSBC here, which is also in England, and then we can transfer our money. So, like, when that's set up, it's going to feel so real. Like, it already does. Like, we have our flights. I haven't told our parents that we have our flights. They just think January, but we're like, yeah, our flights are actually booked. Just need to save up enough money. I figured out, like, if I, like, just paid off all my bills and then saved up, like, $500 after I paid my cards off, by September I could have 7 grand, which sounds like a lot, but in pounds that's half. So it's like £3,000. Oh god. But if I kept going till January, I could have $10,000 to £5,000, which I think that's enough to, like, get a house or a flat or something like that, and then get a job and just live till we get a job. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't believe we're doing it. I cannot believe how we're actually doing it. It's actually crazy. Oh, I'm so excited though. I'm so excited to experience it with Meg, and like you can just hop on the train and like go to Paris. Like we want to, like when we have the money and stuff, we want to actually explore Europe. Like I've been to a lot of places there before, obviously when I was a little kid, but God, I'm so blimmin' excited. I've been trying out this micellar water, is that how you say it? Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water, because like, so this is non-comedogenic, and the wipes that I use are non-comedogenic as well, but they're like $10 and I don't think they last like at all, like maybe a week. I've used this like 3 times already and there's still so much left, so I think this is gonna last longer, better for my money. And you can also see like how much makeup you actually have left on your face when you use pads. Like it's actually insane. Like with a makeup wipe you can't really tell, but this you can tell all your when all of your makeup's off. Actually nuts. So I love it. So I'm just gonna use a touch of silk canvas. So if you guys are from England or like have any advice or anything, that would be freaking amazing, because like I think my dad can help me out a lot because they're the ones that moved from England to Canada, so I think he would know what to do. So I'm gonna ask him when he's home, even though I'm so nervous. I'm gonna ask him for his advice because I don't think he would want his daughter like just going halfway across the country and not knowing, you know what I mean? So I think he really could help us, but we like kind of want to do it by ourselves too, to show that we're really responsible and we know what we're doing. And we do have most things planned out. Like we wrote it all down, me and Meg, like we're set on it. But it's just like, I think as soon as we know like our bank account and how renting works, we'll be fine, because everything else we can do after. Like I just want a roof over my head and access to money so we can eat and stuff like that. Because like for the first like week or whatever, I think I'm just gonna take out some pounds so I have cash and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Manchester is the best bet. So if you guys are from England or like you've done this before, I would love to have your feedback and some help, because advice would be actually amazing. Something else that I was thinking about too, like if we get like a house or a flat and there's like an extra room, because I think we want an extra room like for guests, or like just in case anything does happen, they can like, our parents can come round or whatever, like if we end up staying forever, which I think Meg is planning to do, but I cannot tell my parents that because they would die. They're still asking, they're like, just 6 months, right? Like not 3 years, right? And I'm like, oh my god. So I'm just gonna say 6 months. Like honestly, it just depends how stuff goes. Like if I get a good job over there and like I have friends and I really enjoy it, then why would I come back? But if it just turns out like shitty, then I'll just come back. And if I do get a wall clerk job, then I'd have some experience, so it'd be easier to get a job in Canada. But I was thinking like if we get a guest bedroom and stuff, I could totally use that as like a filming room. Like make it like a beauty room instead of just filming in my bedroom, because I'm actually sick of it. It's driving me nuts. So like that'd be so much better, and all the vlogs for you guys actually be nuts. And like I would actually do like a how I moved to the UK kind of video from Canada, because obviously it might not relate to actual Canadians because I am British, so I don't need a visa or anything like that. Like I can just come in the country and that's it. But I've heard that visas aren't hard if you're Canadian. They seem pretty easy to apply for. You either get accepted or you don't, so it's not like it's a hard step to do stuff. So if you guys would want a video like that, I would totally do that to help other people out, because I have been watching videos but they haven't helped me out a lot. Like they've helped me out a little bit, so they've been useful, but I would definitely talk about banking and renting and stuff like that, because that's what me and my friends are having troubles with. So that'd be cool, and we'd have so many amazing vlogs. I'm so excited. Like I really want to vlog, but my life isn't interesting like in Canada. because obviously you can't get trains and stuff, like it's crazy. But I'm gonna have some vlogs coming up because I am, not this month, this month's gonna be kind of boring, but it is my best friend's birthday, so I might do like a get ready with this video for a birthday. But in April is the month I'm so blooming excited for. So on the 25th I have Ariana Grande, so I'm for sure gonna vlog that. Most of it will be on my phone because you can't bring camera into the venue, but some of it will be on my camera. And then literally like 2 days after, I'm going to, it's not Comic-Con, but it's like Comic-Con. It's called Calgary Expo. And like usually I won't be bothered, right? But I literally said to my friends and my brother, if anyone from the Vampire Diaries goes, I'm going. Like I don't even care. And then I was literally came home from work and my friend sent me a picture saying it was like Salvatore Brothers Calgary Expo. And I was like, oh my god, she's lying. Like obviously it's Photoshop because everyone knows that I would fucking die. And she's like, no Lucy, I'm not lying. So I went onto the website and it was there, and I literally had a fucking heart attack. Like at this time I was like, okay, I can't spend anything, like I'm saving for England, right? But as soon as I saw that, like it was so bad. I didn't even think about England at that point in time. I had no hesitation. I clicked on buy tickets and my friend was like, well, I don't have the money right now. And I was like, well, I just bought you one. You can pay me back when we get paid. Like there was honestly no hesitation. And then I was like, wait, I need to save up for England. But the tickets weren't that expensive. They were like $40. And you're like, oh my god, that's pretty good. Until you're like, shit, but that's just the tickets. Like if you want to meet like the Salvatore brothers, like Ian and Paul, like if you want to meet them you have to pay more, and then you have to pay for gas and food. Like it's actually crazy. So I'm like, fuck. And I was like, but I couldn't even find like a photo op for Ian or Paul, and I was like, oh, are they not doing it then? And then I found it and it was like Ian is $80 I think and Paul is $75. Don't know why, $5 cheaper. But I really want to meet Ian. Like Damon in the Vampire Diaries is my absolute favourite, literally obsessed. And I was like, oh my god, we have to meet him. And the best thing is me and Skylar can like split it in half because you can have up to 4 people in your picture. So if we just like split the price and then we can both be in the picture. And that's fine because we can both stand by him, which is honestly, I'm gonna fucking die, guys. Like you don't even understand. Like I was even gonna go to Seattle last year because they did like one there too. But like Daniel Gillis was there and Joseph Morgan, and I freaking love Daniel Gillis. Like his character Elijah, if you guys watch the originals, oh my god, I cried for like ever. And my brother literally sends me like the scenes of the sad stuff. I don't know, I don't want to spoil it if you guys haven't watched it. And I cry for like ever. So if he turned up too, oh my god, I would literally have to buy his meet and greet too, because they usually like announce more people. So that's in April too, so I can vlog that for you guys if you would want that. Without cameras, I don't know, I've never been to an expo before. I literally only go in because I go and actually don't know anyone else. Like I know some of the people, but I'm not really bothered by it. But in Canada too, we're also getting a Morphe store in Edmonton, and I'm so blooming excited. I remember I went to California with my friend, and I literally was like, I'm gonna get an Uber and go out of our way to go to a Morphe store. So like I'm so blooming excited. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna like skip work on the opening day. Like I'll just like say I'm sick or get someone to cover me, because I am for sure going. Like I really want to try the Jeffree brushes, but like if we're gonna have a Morphe store soon, then like why would I pay shipping? You know what I mean? So after 10 years of getting my top on, I'm here. It's like one of them things at the back you have to clip, and it took me like forever, and then it got all twisted. Anyways, I'm back. This is the final look. It's alright. It's aight. I just really wish I didn't use that dark brown shade. It's really patchy as well every time I use it, and like just want it to work, but it never works. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like up, like, comment, share and subscribe, and hit that bell button somewhere so you get notified every time I upload. Hope you guys have a wicked day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.